Kareem, a former Bruin, Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood.
And it's Freak missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
On defense, the Bruins. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. From deep. Great D that time from Freak. Three-pointer. Rebound by Roberts.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Campbell shots good. Lee with the ball. Out left to the wing. Here's Freak. No good on the three. Campbell, the pass to Free. He tries for three. No good from Campbell. Now here's Freak. 8 points for him. And he's good on the three ball. Freak's got 11.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
So both teams making some changes here. Jayhawks leading by 3. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at the 3, and it's Gaines in at the 5, home in the paint.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Pass to Looney. He kicks it to Roberts. 1:25 left to play in the first half.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And the basket by Free.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
There's a screen. There's the 3. Tries again. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got his first bucket in this one.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
UCLA grabs the miss.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Makes it off the glass. Freak's got 20 points.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And we're through the first half. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Roberts in at the 5 spot. And for Kansas, Freak in at small forward. And it's Terry in at the 4 spot. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
And it's Freak missing. UCLA trails by 4. Fresh, the pass to Looney. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Here's Free. Campbell kicks to Roberts. Now the pass to Fresh. To the wing right side. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. No good from Campbell. Jayhawks leading by 4. Here's Freak. Off target with his 3. And it's the Bruins with the ball. Pass to Looney. The tray. And that one's good. Fresh has got 5.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. He hits both from the stripe. Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken number 1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew Wiggins being the overall number 1 selection. I mean, the Jayhawks have had a ton of talent, though, in the lottery over the course of their history. This school has produced just tremendous talent year in and year out.
Like Paul Pierce. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, and what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way. Then for the Bruins, Looney's checked in for Johnson. Campbell comes in for Morris, and Fresh subbed in for Barton. So on the floor for UCLA, they've got Campbell. Irving is out there with Looney. Then there's Starks, and it's Fresh in at the 2. The Bruins leading by 3. Pass to Campbell. He tries for 3. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc. This hat. What a performance. Just look at the game for Free. 25 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Roberts is checked in for UCLA. Free comes in for Starks.
Those were critical foul shots because we're at the point now where they can't be missing any of those.
They double him with Freak. Passes it to Campbell. From 18 feet away. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Freak's got 6 rebounds in the game. From downtown. No good. The Bruins go the other way with it. Here's Campbell. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Duncan, he's checked in for Daniels. We've got 1:13 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Free. They double him with Freak. Stolen by Terry. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. Freak with the ball. Off target from outside.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Looney's got the lead up to 6 now. Now for the Bruins.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
The tray. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And really, the defense on both sides, non-existent.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Invisible, non-existent. This game has had the look really of a layup line for the most part. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Freak. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he makes the first of the 1-and-1. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Lee kicks it to Gaines. Dishes it to Freak. Fires from deep. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Eight seconds left in the second half. Gaines dishes to Lee to tie it up. It's good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
He got it! He got it!
I can't believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
Well, I think I've seen it all.